Well, I was trying to make this a daily show. It's really hard to do, man. A lot of things have been happening in my personal life that just didn't allow me to be able to make this a daily show. I still got daily stuff going on my main channel, Fables Folly. But, you know, I'm going to try and stick to mostly daily at least, but I really want to do daily. I want to do 2 videos a day on this channel, and I'm going to be watching some movies. I'm going to be reacting to some movies pretty soon. Wicked City is one of them. I just reacted to Cyber City 080808, and it was absolutely a fucking masterpiece. It was great. I didn't expect how much I would love that one, especially the 3rd episode, which was the final episode. It's such a travesty that there wasn't more of it, and I hope it doesn't get more of it at this point, because it's been so long. And they'll fuck it up. I'm gonna react to some bizly channel. I've reacted to him before on my main channel whenever he was talking about video games, like new video games that were coming out. And I think I reacted to him on this channel before, maybe a Resident Evil video. If I haven't, I need to, because he's got more Resident Evil videos that I have not seen. I love this guy. He's really good with the green screen. The convoluted timeline of Mortal Kombat. I've got a PayPal link down there in the description if you'd like to donate to that. I'd really appreciate it, man. I kind of need the funds right now. We just had an almost $1,000 power bill that we had to pay, and we missed out on 200 of it that we have to pay later. That's fucking crazy. So if you want to donate to the Folly Farm, that'd be awesome. I'd love you. Let's just get into it.
Mortal Kombat is extremely confusing, which is why I took the entire timeline and condensed it into something a little more manageable.
Yeah!
Kind of. I know it looks a little confusing there, but don't worry. I'm gonna try and explain it all.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you right now, this right here is my favorite. This is my favorite Mortal Kombat game, Armageddon. I've played it the most, and I might even do a Conquest playthrough on my gaming channel.
All in a way that hopefully makes sense, starting from the literal beginning of the Mortal Kombat universe all the way through the main beats.
I might even start with Deception.
Taken this massive story and just kind of thrown out the stuff that isn't absolutely necessary, so it was a little more digestible. So if I don't mention your favorite moments from the game, it was probably on purpose. Or if you happen to be a small Victorian child who doesn't know anything about Mortal Kombat and...
Why are you wearing a Final Fantasy shirt in a Mortal Kombat video? Could you not find a Mortal Kombat shirt at Walmart?
only watches my videos as a way to relax after 14 grueling hours in the factory, don't worry, I'm gonna try to explain it in a way that even you can understand. Just make sure when it's over,
because I'm
you get back
retarded.
to work. That steel's not gonna make itself. For now though, just do your best to keep up while I try to explain the There were a couple of entities that existed at the beginning of time. The first one is the One Being. Yes, he is literally called the One Being. He's like God, but without the six-pack. Below him were the Elder Gods. They're just like any pantheon, like the Greek gods or whatever, just sitting on thrones.
Those
and
guys
looking
suck, man.
menacingly at whoever stands before them. And also kind of off to the side, there were the Titans, but they're not really that important. The main ones were these two, the One Being and the Elder Gods. Apparently, the One Being is one big prick, and the Elder Gods did not like him. So,
You don't
they
say.
fought him, and he exploded. He actually exploded into 6 different pieces, and all of these pieces became the realms of existence,
I
like
didn't know
where
that.
people live. Like,
I think I did know that at one point. Was that explained in like Deception or Armageddon? I think I knew that already.
Earth, that universe, that's a piece of him. Of the realms, you have Earth Realm, which is basically just like Earth, right? Imagine this as the normal world. And then they have the Nether Realm, which is their version of hell, right? This is where, you know, there's all the fire and demons and lava and my neighbor who died under mysterious circumstances after stealing my newspaper and evil and stuff. And then there's Outworld, which is like Earth pretty much, but evil. There's all evil people here, and there's also magic and stuff. So it's
I like Outworld.
Australia.
Outworld is cool.
There's
Hey.
some other realms too, but they're just not gonna fit in your little brain. So just focus with me. These are the main ones. Ready? Earth Realm, Outworld, Nether Realm. Earth Realm, Outworld, Nether Realm. Right, so one being gets exploded. Each of these realms is a piece of him. Mortals live on it. Everything is chill right there. The Elder Gods just kind of kick it for a while. And the Titans that I mentioned before just completely go MIA as they try to master the art of looking like Mr.
What was the what were the other 3? I wasn't paying enough attention. I was just looking at the main 3. I'm not gonna go back though. Just leave it down there in the comments.
Clean.
Unless
We'll
he
check
brings it
back
up
in with
again.
them later. Right, so focusing in on Outworld, the evil kind of place, it was ruled by some guy named Onaga the Dragon King.
Oh, I
Nobody's
remember
gonna remember
Onaga.
the name Onaga, but that's okay because he
I
kind of
remember.
sucks, immediately dies by the hand of Shao Kahn. This is a guy you might recognize at
Yeah, it
least.
wasn't Onaga from Deception? Is that where he was from? Or was he just like a secret character or something? I don't remember. Man, it's been so long since I played Deception.
Just a little bit. Shao Kahn, very important throughout pretty much the entire story. Shao Kahn is the power-hungry mega hater of this series, and he really wants to merge his realm, Outworld,
He's basically Mishima from Tekken.
with another realm, one of the less important ones. And the Elder Gods, instead of saying no, said, yeah, absolutely, you can
Hey, isn't that called Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm or something like that? I need to react to that. I have all of it.
merge these realms together, but only if you win Mortal Kombat. They created a tournament where every 50 years, both realms would gather up their best fighters and pit them against each other. And if one realm beat the other 10
That's one of my favorite movies right there, Mortal Kombat. And I like the second one, Annihilation, too. They're terrible. They're awful. I love them.
consecutive times spanning over 500 years, then that realm would be allowed to merge.
Your soul is mine. That guy's based, by the way. The guy who plays, what's his name? Shang Tsung?
With the losing one. So basically, if they win 10 Mortal Kombats in a row, they get to eat the other universe. Now we're gonna do a little bit of a time skip, okay? So Shao Kahn and Outworld win 9 Mortal Kombats against Earthrealm. Pretty much meaning they only need to win 1 Mortal Kombat, and then Outworld gets to eat Earthrealm. This is when the God of Thunder, no, not that one, Raiden, steps in. He's
Raiden.
supposed to be like the protector of Earth. I don't know where he was for the last 450 years, but he's here now, and he's collecting fighters to fight Shao Kahn. He goes out and is able to round up a couple of people. The first one being Liu Kang, who is a martial artist who can do a cool bicycle kick. And then on the opposing side, there's some fighters. The most important one I've got to mention
it
is
didn't pick up on the
Shang
mic.
Tsung. He's like an evil sorcerer guy who's like second to Shao Kahn or something like that. He comes up a lot later. For now, though, it's just the Earth Realm and the Outworld people that fight in Mortal Kombat. They go through a bunch of different stages, but at the end, Liu Kang takes it home, gets a dub for Earth Realm, and
Fuck yeah.
completely resets Outworld.
Hell yeah,
Shao
Liu
Kahn is
Kang.
not happy
My favorite version of Liu Kang is Zombie Liu Kang.
about this. Obviously, he just spent 450 years doing this, and this little guy showed up and bicycle kicked his way into the win. So he challenges Earthrealm to another Mortal Kombat. He's about to do it all over again, and this time they're hosting it on Outworld. It was around this time that they introduced a few new characters. There's like a whole roster of them, so I'm just gonna quick fire name most of the main characters around this time, but you don't have to remember all of them. Jax Briggs, Kano, Goro, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kung Lao, Baraka Obama, and Katana.
Yeah.
All of these people are just kind of fighting each other. There's a lot of Mortal Kombat going on around this time. And this next tournament, you already know the drill. My boy Liu Kang pulls up, does that fire dragon kick thing, and wins the tournament again. So now
Fuck yeah,
Earthrealm
what
has
a
won
badass.
2 Mortal Kombats in a row against Outworld. And Shao Kahn is mad. Oh, he's so mad. In fact, so mad that he goes and invades Earthrealm anyway. I don't know. I don't know how he can do this, but he can just do this. He shows up with demons and
That's video game magic right there. You can just write it in.
stuff and starts invading Earth. Around this time, they're planning for a 3rd Mortal Kombat tournament, and Shao Kahn is trying to assassinate all the Earthrealm fighters before the tournament.
I need to play the... I don't think I've played Mortal Kombat 3, actually, ever. Except for when I was a kid. Like a little kid. And I think I played it on an arcade cabinet.
I'm kind of confused.
What's the definitive Mortal Kombat of these Mortal Kombat games? Like this style, these old style games.
About this part, because if he can just like invade Earth or assassinate the fighters before the tournament, what is the point of the tournament? Why you gotta win Mortal Kombat and merge the realms when you could just take over both and the Elder Gods won't do anything about it? This same old song and dance. Liu Kang has been there, done that. He shows up and he wins Mortal Kombat again, a 3rd time in a row. And also, they stop the invasion and everything is chill and awesome. For now. See, this is where things start to really pick up. You remember that Dragon King that I briefly mentioned before that Shao Kahn just kind of killed and took his place? Well, he's got a tomb where he's like dead in it, and there's all
Oh wait, hold on. What about the whole timeline thing where don't they go back in time and like change a bunch of stuff? Or are we gonna talk about that later? I thought that was a thing. Am I wrong about this?
These dead soldiers around, and Shang Tsung, a sorcerer, teams up with this dude named Quan Chi. Looks like that.
Is this Deadly Alliance? Wasn't there another one? Mortal Kombat 4, or was that Mortal Kombat 4 that he showed? I don't even fucking know, dude. I don't even know, dude.
Quan Chi, he's just a bad guy. That's really all you need to know. Basically, the two get together and they're just kind of like, yo, dude, wouldn't it be awesome if we had like an undead army to control and stuff? Yeah, but like, where are we gonna find an undead army? So these two geniuses get together and their plan is perfect. The only thing that can stand in the way are two people, Shao Kahn and Liu Kang. But here's the problem, right? Liu Kang just showed up and won every one of these tournaments alone. There's no way you're touching Liu Kang. Damn.
Got him.
Liu Kang. Yeah, he's dead. They also kill Shao Kahn, but it's not actually Shao Kahn. This is one of his clones, and he's just like off somewhere doing his own thing. Liu Kang, though, once again, completely dead. After all of that stuff that he did, he gone. And then now,
just like
Raiden, that god of thunder, the protector of Earthrealm, decides to go and meet with the elder gods and ask them to step in. And they kind of just say, nah, they don't want to do it. So, you know, tough luck. So Raiden goes off thinking he is that guy. You know, he's about to fix this whole problem. And now those idiots, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, trying to resurrect the Dragon King's undead army, somehow accidentally resurrect the Dragon King, who is mad. Dragon King actually wants to merge all the realms together and reform the one being and get like a bunch of power or something like that. And Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, they try to stop him, but they cannot. And so Raiden steps in and says,
fine. I'll do it myself.
But Raiden
Right
decides to get this big
Raiden.
ball of energy and just blast it out with the force of like a nuclear bomb. And that nuclear bomb of energy kills Shang Tsung, it kills Quan Chi, it kills Raiden. That's it. The Dragon King, fine. He's fine. And it's at this point that something kind of stupid happens. Raiden reforms into a being as Edgy Raiden. He's like dark now,
Raiden?
evil and
Yeah,
scary.
Dark
And then
Raiden.
some guy shows up and he's the one to kill the Dragon King. Raiden really don't have nothing to do with it. The day is
Yeah, this is deception right here. Because I remember Shujinko. He's the main character of the Conquest.
technically saved by this random guy here. The Dragon King is killed. There's no merging of the realms. Everything is chill. Edgy Raiden gets to, you know, hang out with no one because all of his friends are dead, but he's good. Time continues after that. Edgy Raiden is
Armageddon?
hanging out with
Are we at
nobody 'cause
Armageddon?
all of his friends are gone, but Mortal Kombats continue to happen. And out of the blue,
Is this the Blaze
crazy,
guy?
powerful
Yeah.
being called Blaze shows up, and you'll
Fuck
never
yeah.
guess, but he got fire stuff. He's like a fire guy. Blaze. It's like the naming convention of a Sonic OC. Blaze is like this super powerful, unkillable being, and he's about to destroy the world. But then Shao Kahn shows up because remember, his clone was killed. Wasn't him. He was just out on vacation, boating through the Bahamas. But he's back, and he fights Blaze, and he
Wait, wasn't Blaze in Deception though? As like a he was a small dude. He was a small guy.
wins. And now he's like insanely powerful, and he's gonna end the world. And that's when Raiden goes to fight him, but he's no match for Shao Kahn, and he loses. And I know that this is confusing so far, but don't worry.
It's not
because
that
what
confusing.
happens next will simplify it so much. Shao Kahn is about to literally end the world, and Raiden sends a message back in time, all the way from here back to this point in the timeline. He sends the message to himself, and the message is he must win. And now all this stuff that we just went over, gone, completely vanished. There is a new
Dude, they always doing the time stuff. But didn't they do that with like one of the 3D ones? I think it was the one on Nintendo 64.
timeline. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the very first time reset in Mortal Kombat.
The first one. Definitely not the last.
Come on. We pick back up again in this new timeline, And it all kind of happens pretty much the same, except Raiden now has the knowledge from his other self from that first timeline. He sees the end of the world, and now he has to try and stop it. So everything with the One Being and Mortal Kombat, it all still happens. It all comes down to specifically this point where the timeline diverges and we enter a new era. Things go pretty similarly in here. You know, Liu Kang still crushes it in all the Mortal Kombat tournaments. Shao Kahn still goes to invade Earthrealm. Raiden now is trying to figure out what his future self meant by he must win. He doesn't.
Are we gonna mention the DC characters timeline? Is that gonna be in this video? That was a crazy thing that happened in the Mortal Kombat universe.
A couple things differently this time around, and there's some details that get changed. For example, Johnny Cage doesn't die this time, and Sub-Zero is now a robot? I don't really know. A ton of people on Earthrealm's side end up dying again, and only—
Yeah, this was Mortal Kombat 7 or 8, 9. No, Mortal Kombat 9. It was Mortal Kombat 9. That's also very good. That might be my second or third favorite. I don't know. I'd have to go back through and play all the Mortal Kombat games again. I might do that on my own time. And then whenever I'll just do the conquests on my gaming channel. I don't know. We'll see. Mortal Kombat is kind of hard. It's a fighting game. I get frustrated, but I love them.
after they die, does Raiden brain blast, realizing what his future self meant. He thinks that the he in He Must Win means Shao Kahn must win Mortal Kombat. The idea is that if Shao Kahn wins, he's gonna try to merge the realms without having won.
Dude, fucking Shao Kahn was such bullshit in Mortal Kombat 9. I hated it so much. I loved it. I loved it, but it's not as much bullshit as what was the other Khan in the next game, Mortal Kombat X.
Mortal Kombats in a row, and the Elder Gods would then step in to stop him. It kind of sounds like a stupid plan, or at least Liu Kang thinks so, because he just watched all of his friends get obliterated. Raiden says, we have to let Shao Kahn win, and so Liu Kang says,
I'll do it myself.
Liu Kang, you cannot do that. That is Raiden's bit. Good thing Raiden and Liu Kang are good friends, and they would never let anything like this come between them. Damn! He gone. Gone. Very gone. How did
he
they
gone
make
again.
it to where Liu Kang was so powerful in this entire point of the story, and everything after this, he's just a little wiener boy? He just keeps getting destroyed, and it's never for a good reason.
We didn't really get into like the Taven timeline unless we haven't gotten to it yet. Unless all that just didn't matter. It probably didn't.
Raiden, baby girl, if you're out there, I need you to listen to me in this one moment. You make bad decisions. Raiden then goes on to fight Shao Kahn, but he loses on purpose. And he was right. The Elder Gods show up and blast Shao Kahn, and that saves the world. Kind of. Shao Kahn gets eviscerated and doesn't really come up anymore after this. And while the world is saved, a bunch of the people are dead again. Of course, though, time moves on. They continue to make more games, and a new antagonist shows up. His name is Shinnok. Shinnok's whole deal is that he was an Elder God, but I guess now he's not.
Yeah, Shinnok's been in old games though. It's just crazy that he became the main guy. What is this, Mortal Kombat X now?
And he wants
I wish he'd tell
to
us.
get this, overthrow Outworld and Earthrealm. And how does he want to do it? How? Oh, how is he going to accomplish this goal? You'll never guess it. He wants an undead army. Oh, but who do you call on to get an undead army? Once again, an evil guy and Quan Chi team up together to create an undead army. But this time, they actually use some of the characters that have died before. So all these characters that you see on screen get revived kind of as undead evil versions of themselves. So now there's like a whole thing where the evil version—
I'm pretty sure they ripped this off of one of their previous games, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, with that whole rage concept.
Versions of people come back, and Raiden has to gather up the remaining forces, which is really not that many people, to fight Shinnok and Quan Chi, and they have to, stop them from taking over. Raiden wins, but he doesn't kill Shinnok. He traps him in an amulet. And I guess Quan Chi kind of just wanders off to look at birds. I don't know. And then get this, 10 years go by. Everyone's chilling for 10 years. Shinnok busts out of the amulet again, and then Raiden fights him again, and then he turns into the edgy version of Raiden again. These people are allergic to new ideas. All the events that I just mentioned with Shinnok are...
Yeah, Mortal Kombat X was the last one that I played, and I didn't complete it. Before then, I was completing all of the Mortal Kombat games.
Really only important for a couple of reasons. One, to explain how there are now evil versions of some of the classic characters, like Liu Kang is now and the evil Liu Kang, and he is the ruler of hell along with his girlfriend. They are the rulers of the Netherrealm. And that Raiden is now the edgy version of Raiden. It's pretty much everyone's evil now. It's better that you don't ask too many questions and just move on with those facts in mind. And now, just quickly, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. Do you remember how I mentioned the Titans and how they had gone away? Well, boy, oh boy, did their work throughout all this time pay off. Behold, Kronika. I'm sure there are a bunch of Titans.
Yeah, I remember this. This is Mortal Kombat 1, ain't it?
But Kronika is really the only one that comes up. She's got a lot of stuff going on, but to just boil it down really simply, she's like a time lady. She does time stuff. She got time powers, and she's also the mommy of Shinnok. She's Shinnok's little mommy. I wish she would be my mommy. Sorry. So Kronika shows up and pretty much says she believes Raiden is a danger to the timeline and, you know, the balance of the things in nature and stuff, and wants to wipe him out of existence. And you know what?
Why are all the time ladies bald? Why is that a thing? Also, it's the same in Marvel. It's the same twice in Marvel, by the way, because the lady that's like stuck outside of time, that's the evil person in Deadpool 3, also bald.
She does. Raiden just turns to sand. He's just gone completely. But when she does this, and you need to stick with me on this, when she wipes Raiden out of existence, a time storm happens, okay? Out of the time storm, these characters, all the way back here, 27 years ago, are transported to the future. So now, edgy Raiden is completely gone, but there's a new young Raiden. So Kronika now, with Raiden out of the picture, her goal is to completely recreate the timeline in her own way. She calls it her new era. And obviously, you know, our main gang has got...
That is kind of a cool way to retcon everything that you've made before. Like, I haven't actually seen anything like this done to retcon everything that you've made in previous iterations of a franchise. They're like, you know what? Let's make it a thing where we're just gonna rewrite it and make that the plot that it's rewritten.
Band together and stop her from doing that. She needs a specific crown to be able to do it, and once she gets the crown, she can completely erase time, pretty much. So on their way to fight Kronika, young Raiden finds the amulet from before, the one that Shinnok was trapped in, and it starts to corrupt his mind to the point where he's just doing shit, right? He's just attacking people. And Liu Kang does not like that. And so he attacks Raiden and they start to fight. Why was I just doing this? No, Raiden, please, I don't want to fight. It is during this fight that Raiden, I guess, realizes or has a vision of himself fighting Liu Kang in countless timelines, meaning that they've done this whole fight over and over and over again. Apparently,
that's pretty cool, actually.
Kronika turned the two against each other in every timeline because those two, their power...
I've heard that the story beats aren't so good in Mortal Kombat 1, but the story itself, like overall, when you look at it on paper, pretty cool idea.
Together is the only thing that can stop Kronika. And so they stop fighting and they go to join their powers together to fight Kronika. But before that happens, the young Liu Kang is captured and he's taken to the evil Liu Kang. And evil Liu Kang sucks the soul out of his younger self. Fellas, is it gay if it's another version of yourself? And now,
yes,
the young Liu Kang is dead again. Liu Kang keeps dying in these games in ways that just suck. He just keeps getting shafted, man. What the hell? But that's okay, because something awesome is about to happen. Evil Liu Kang is now all fired up. He's got the energy from his younger self, and he's ready to go fight Raiden and kill him. And they get together, and they're about to fight, but something happens. It doesn't make sense why it happens. I still don't really get it. But Raiden merges himself with evil Liu Kang and younger Liu Kang's
to make Vegito.
Soul. So all these three combined into one big, crazy, awesome being, Fire God Liu Kang. Now he's got a bunch of awesome tattoos and his eyes are all white.
That
and
is
stuff.
really cool.
Does it make sense?
Nope.
No. Is it awesome?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Yes.
Just
Yep.
accept it and move on. Fire God Liu Kang still has the memories of the evil Liu Kang. And so he pretty much knows Kronika's plan because evil Liu Kang was working with Kronika. And so he gets everybody together to go and fight her. This is when Kronika does something crazy and turns back time all the way to like the Jurassic era. See, Fire God Liu Kang is so powerful though that he kind of just says nah and is unaffected by the time moving.
Oh, I completely forgot Mortal Kombat 11 was a thing. I didn't play that one.
And he's still there. And he fights Kronika and wins. He kicks her ass. And now Liu Kang is just chilling with some dinosaurs. And this is when, and please take off your hats, put your hands together for this special moment. Fire God Liu Kang takes the crown from Kronika and begins to build a new timeline. Give it up, everybody. Reset
Okay.
number 2.
Woo! Actually, though, is it not? Is it reset number 2? Or are we skipping one? Or did one timeline that got reset, did it just completely obliterate itself?
Everything that I just explained to you, all of this stuff, it's all gone. It's all wiped out of existence. The only reason it matters was to explain Fire God Liu Kang. That's it. There is now a brand.
That is pretty fucking funny, though. Like, all of that is just the backstory of how Fire God Liu Kang happened.
New timeline. In this new era that Liu Kang has built, we pan in on a humble blacksmith honing his craft until something
And it's in Sleeping Dogs!
strange appears to him.
Now this is Mortal Kombat 1? I'm kind of lost on the last couple games.
Kung Lao,
Oh,
where did you... Who are you? I am Lord Liu Kang, God of thunder and fire.
that's pretty badass.
Forgive my disrespect, my lord. Enough, Kung Lao. You are humble, not like the Kung Lao I knew. The Kung Lao you knew? A story for another time. I have chosen
Yep.
you as my champion, Kung Lao. We have work to do. You must be prepared.
Kung Lao is one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat, though. I like his spinny hat.
Trained. Trained? For what?
The Mortal Kombat?
And that was the convoluted timeline of Mortal Kombat,
Woo! And now we're gonna get Mortal Kombat 2, right?
condensed into what I hope was a digestible, or at very least, entertaining video.
It was
Feel free
very
to leave any
entertaining.
moments from the story
I was very confused. Hey, yeah.
that were cut out in the comments down
Tavon
below.
and
Maybe we can
Taven and Dagon.
talk about it. And after you're done with that, click this big card right here to watch another one of the videos I've made. I put a lot of love into this content.
Oh shit, man. I might have to click that one later. I might have to save that one. Dude, Mortal Kombat is so cool. The whole thing is so cool. Like that, there's never not a cool game. Some of them are a little bit not as good as the others. I haven't played the recent games. I'm probably gonna have to play them because they seem like just game-ass games, dude. And they just have weird plot points to just make things badass. And you know what? I'm cool with that. Mortal Kombat is known to do that before anyway. Donate to the Fables Folly Farm.